I'm considering quitting my 6-figure job to be a stay-at-home mother.
That's a lot of money.
I am a first-time mother of a 9-month-old boy. For a long time, I struggled with the decision of whether or not to have children. At the top of my mind was that I derive a lot of my self-worth from my career. Looking back, I think what I was truly trying to grapple with was subconsciously knowing that having children would completely shift my priorities and worldview, and I would inevitably be faced with the dilemma of choosing between my children and my career, and knowing in my bones that my children would come first. And by the way, this comes from Mother of Pete. Hello, Pete. And
Hello,
if
Mother.
you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Riley.
I'm Keon.
I'm going to read this story. We're all going to read this story and have our thoughts. You can have yours in the comments. And OP says, before I get into my situation, I know there are tons of moms out there that can do it all, and that it's absolutely possible to be an amazing, successful, working mother. I think what I'm coming to terms with is that the mother I am while I'm working is not the type of mother that I want to be. Some background, I come from a lower middle class family. My dad was self-employed while I was growing up, and my mom stayed home to take care of my siblings and I. There were a lot of material things we did not have, but we never went without anything we needed and had abundant love.
Dude, same. I relate.
We were on government assistance for a bit, but I didn't know that until I became an adult. I started working when I was 15, and since then, I've always been able to buy what I want when I want. I worked really hard in school and got a full scholarship to college. I moved out at 18 and worked while in school and had a ton of amazing opportunities in college. After I graduated, I started my career in the finance accounting world, and I've been at a company for the past 8 years where I now make 6 figures in a flexible work-from-home job where I am very comfortable and love my coworkers and the company I work for.
Dude, this would be me in another life. I considered being an accountant.
I also briefly was trained to be an accountant.
You?
Yeah.
No.
That was the conclusion I came to.
Yeah, look how that turned out.
I said no.
Don't
I said
think-
actually no.
I shouldn't be in charge of numbers. I'm naturally way better at numbers than I am whatever this is.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Don't doubt that.
It scratches the brain in a way that I enjoy, but I was just like, if I did this for 20 years, I don't know. I don't think I can do anything for 20 years.
I'd make it for 11.
I would say I derive the most satisfaction out of being good at my job and making good money and not really the actual work that I do. I'm not passionate about accounting, and when I try to envision my career 5 or 10 years down the line, I couldn't really tell you what my aspirations are because I'm not particularly excited about what I do. That would have been me.
Dude, should I bring my accountant on?
Bring your accountant on.
You met him.
Huh?
He was at the castle.
He was at Magic Castle. The black dude with the afro? That was my accountant.
Oh, that was how you knew that guy?
Yeah. I never met
I thought
him
you were
until
just
that night.
talking to that guy.
No, I never met him till that night. That was my accountant.
Then how did you know it was him?
Because on his profile picture in my emails, he has a really big afro. And he sat behind me and started bitching about tax returns. And I was like, is your name Jeffrey?
That's crazy.
Right?
I didn't know that at all.
I wouldn't bring him on.
Oh
now.
my God.
I still need to talk to him.
Yeah, bring him on just for the afro, dude.
About
The guy's got crazy hair.
He's also a magician and actor and comic.
He's living the trifecta.
He gets it.
Magician, actor, accountant, comic.
They're all hobbies. He's an accountant, so he can do these.
He's an
hobbies.
accountant first.
He is.
Dang, maybe we should all be accountants to do all that. Like I can do all the fun things because I have a real job.
Yeah, I mean,
You can still do fun things outside of it. I'm like doing things. You can do it. You just like video games too much and Legos. Sorry.
no, he doesn't spend any time making Legos. He just acquires them.
He's spending time collecting them.
Yes. I've probably spent more time building Legos in the last 8 months than this man has in the last 5 years.
That's false.
Whoa.
You want to compare?
Kiss.
You want to compare the size of your Lego?
When's the last time you built a big Lego?
I'm building an X-Wing right now.
Anyways, girls.
Where are you going to put Minas Tirith, huh?
I spend more time building plastic bricks than you do.
I will let you keep this conversation going if you kiss. Huh?
Okay. I do, however, love that I never have to worry about strict budgeting and not being able to afford things I want to buy, which is nothing crazy, just like if I want to go out to eat with friends or buy a luxury skincare product or something I know I don't have to worry about not having the money for. I also look at my parents' financial situation, and they were not able to save for retirement, so that is really a source of stress for everyone, and I'm fearful of ending up in that situation one day. I've been with my husband for 12 years, and together we have a 9-month-old son, our
Wow.
first child.
Club baby.
Ever since I got pregnant, I have really struggled with what to do in terms of childcare. I really put it off until after he was born and made a huge pro/con list of our different options. What I ultimately landed on that I could stomach was hiring a nanny that would take care of him while my husband and I both work from home. So we're now living in that reality of the nanny taking care of him during the day while we're squirreled away in our offices working.
That doesn't seem too bad. You guys are both home.
Yeah, can get up out the chair and say, "Hey, little guy, blah, 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 blah."
That's what I do with you guys when I'm busy. I just kind of check in on you whenever.
You just can't come in like Kramer.
You think?
Dude, you know what? That is one of my most favorite YouTube videos. Is a compilation of Kramer entering a door.
Yeah, just coming in through the door.
That and a sumo wrestler he goes on a 53 match win streak. Those are my two favorite YouTube videos right now.
The GOAT, what was his name?
I don't know his name, but I could go on all day about
LeBron.
it.
Nameless,
awesome.
large Japanese man.
Yeah, he was just bulk from here to here and then sumo from down.
Sumo down. I get the opportunity to see him throughout the day, but literally multiple times a day, I hear him cry or see things she does that I would do differently, and I just have this instinctual desire to do it myself. I just want to be home with him as his full-time caretaker. I want to be the one teaching him things, taking him to the park, watching him develop. I know I have it so good in my current situation, but most days it just feels like it's not enough. I feel like I sit at my desk for 8 hours a day, soak up the few hours I have with him before and after working, and then have little time to do anything else. I can't stop thinking about being a stay-at-home mom and being able to clean my house and get in a workout, grocery shop and meal prep during the week, bake things, run errands, and actually leave the house, go to the library, play groups, and just be with my son. My husband and I have an incredibly solid relationship. He has a very tight handle on our finances and budget in an uber responsible way, not like in a controlling way. He has all our finances mapped out and projections for the future and everything. On his income and our savings, we can afford to live a modest life and have sufficient retirement savings. We'll have to reel things in a bit, but they're doable, and the trade-off would be me getting to take care of my son full-time. What I really struggle with when grappling with the decision on whether to be a stay-at-home mom is that I worked hard to get to where I am today in my career, and I have a promising career ahead of me. I have probably the most flexible situation I could ask for that allows me to see my son during the week. Am I stupid for giving that up? Am I selfish for giving that up? What happens when my child or future children go back to school and I'm completely set back in my career and have to start over? My job has given me great opportunities and I'm currently taking on some new tasks. Am I letting them down if I decide to leave? Am I letting my nanny down if we decide to let her go? On the other hand, if I have the ability and desire to be my son's full-time caretaker, am I letting him down by not doing that?
Dude, we have so many questions. Where do we start?
I change my mind about every 5 minutes on this. My husband is fully supportive of whatever I want to do. I don't have many stay-at-home moms in my circle, so I feel like I'm missing a lot of that perspective. I would love to hear opinions or thoughts on this. Does anyone out there have a similar experience? And there's an update.
Now on to OP's 6-part question. 10-part question?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't as a not stay-at-home mom.
Ooh, as a wannabe stay-at-home dad, I have some thoughts.
Okay. I would say be worse at your job and just stay home and spend more time with your kid. Right? Like, I don't know. Like, because, yeah, the kid is going to go to school and then, I don't know. Kids are expensive.
Yeah.
Cowbot brings up a big thing that I was going to bring up. OP's already working remote, so just scale it back to part-time.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. So your worth comes from your job, but you want more of your worth to come from your kid. If there's a world where you can go to maybe from 40 hours to
30,
maybe 20, I feel like 20 would allow you to do things like I have a free Monday to spend with my kid. I get to have the nanny. The nanny would probably like that. They could go work on some stuff. That would be my first thing to just try it out. And then from there, I need more time with my kid. Give it up. I think if your household, I'm just assuming that your husband makes a little less than you. So if you're making 100K a year, he's making like 80K a year, 180, and you take away 100 of that and live off of 80, that's a lot. You would be doing more around the house. But is there a world where we can go from 180 to, I don't know, 150, 150 a year?
Yeah, just a little something.
Just a little
Something where you
something.
can stay active in your career and then go back to something that's full time once you're done.
Yeah.
Once your child is no longer solely your responsibility.
Yeah. I think you could totally do 30 hours a week and still keep up with your work. I think. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. Never been a mom. Never will be a mom.
My mom.
Never say never.
My mom. Yeah, never say never. My mom. But you will never be a teen pregnant. You'll never be teen pregnant.
I hope not.
Never say never.
Unless time travel becomes a thing. But my mom was a stay-at-home mom and a part-time mom. She was mainly an Uber. She was driving us around everywhere.
What was the rating?
Worked for her.
Oh.
What was the rating? 4.2 stars.
4.2? Give her the 5. Give her the 5.
I'm not giving her the 5. She's too fast around the road, and I learned a lot of new cuss words while she drove.
5. 5 stars.
Five and a half. Yeah.
Oh, you drive with her.
6
5
stars.
stars. 5 stars as a child learning cuss words. 5 stars.
All right, I'm going to say one ill thing about my mother, and no one say anything to her that I said this. Imagine leaving the airport when your mom doesn't know how to use Google Maps correctly.
I deal with that every day with my dad.
She's like, little boys, how do I get out of here? She's getting directions for the little boys that are fighting over who's going to give directions because they want the phone. And you just got off a 5-hour flight.
That would be bad if I was in an Uber and the guy gave the phone to me and was like, get me out of here.
Imagine that, but
wouldn't-
that's
I
No.
wouldn't give that.
They don't give it to you because you could do it. They give it to the smaller people behind you that think they can do it.
imagine that, but everyone's yelling and your dad's also yelling because the same issue. But that's today.
That's the only thing about my mother's driving. Other than that, she also terrifies me sometimes. But don't give a 5'5" lady a Tahoe.
Oh, that's a
Drive.
tank. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
tank.
she's a tank. She's unstoppable.
My mom's the same thing. My mom's a 4'10", 4'9" lady.
With the Dodge Durango.
She loves big cars. I went, what are you compensating for?
Oh, here we go. Lucy B, I'm mostly a stay-at-home mom, but work 2 evenings a week, like I'm doing right now. Nice.
Update. I almost quit corporate job to be a stay-at-home mom. 10 months later.
Whoa.
Your kid has doubled in age. I posted here early this year when my son was 9 months old, when I was struggling hard with whether I should quit my job and become a stay-at-home mom. I was overwhelmed, anxious, and constantly torn between wanting to be with my baby and wanting to keep the career I had worked so hard for. I wanted to come back and give an update because my entire perspective has changed in a really good way.
Oh, this is going to be so helpful whenever I become a stay-at-home dad.
First, I am so glad I didn't quit my job. Looking back, so much of my inner turmoil came down to 2 things I didn't fully understand at the time. 1, I hated our nanny.
What? How did that not come up?
That's a developing story. Okay.
I didn't realize just how much that was affecting everything. Her style didn't mesh with mine at all, and hearing or seeing things that bothered me made me feel like I needed to be the one doing everything. When we eventually replaced her, it was like night and day. Our new nanny is amazing, warm, aligned with how we parent, genuinely loves my son, and I trust her completely. That one change relieved about 80% of the stress I was feeling.
Dude, I would be such a
Dang.
good nanny. Oh my gosh. I get the stay-at-home work parents' schedules, and I'll be like, what time can we put baby in? 10 minutes at 10:45? Great. Baby.
10 minutes of baby time.
I would be on top of that.
Yeah, and you'd be nice. I feel like this.
Oh,
I feel like their first nanny was like, who was the lady who ran the orphanage in Annie?
I was thinking of the principal at Matilda School.
At where?
Matilda?
Oh, yeah. Is that it? I think that was that. No.
One that made that boy eat the whole cake?
Yeah. I think
That
we're
was
thinking
wild.
of the exact same vibe, even if it's not the same character.
That lady. Yeah. We gave 2 perfectly awesome examples.
Dude, Matilda is scary. Can we talk about how scary Matilda actually
That
is?
was a Tim Burton film, it feels like. A
Like,
little eerie.
just the concept of a child with psychic powers
And she used them
who's
for good
so smart.
instead of evil, whenever she
Yeah.
had every right to use them for evil.
Just imagine if
Oh.
Matilda snapped one day, how bad that would be. She's just like, I'm done with you. It's like removes gravity. You float off into the sky,
Yeah, also
never to be seen again.
Crazy that it's kind of a superhero movie.
Literally. She's an Avenger. She was the original Scarlet Witch.
Matilda will appear in the new Avengers.
Matilda will return. I was also deep in postpartum and anxiety without realizing it. Once I got further out of the newborn trenches, my anxiety improved significantly. I can see now how raw and vulnerable that stage made me. It felt impossible at the time to separate my instincts from my fear, and a lot of my maybe I should quit thoughts were driven by panic, not actual desire to be a stay-at-home mom.
I will say my cousin had postpartum depression, and it was night and day with her.
Yeah.
She was like, kind of like, saw her. Yeah. It takes a toll on them.
Dude, having a baby, traumatic.
Couldn't imagine.
Pushing a life out of you. Big yikes.
I can imagine that.
I'm moving on from that. Now my son is so active, social, and busy that I honestly can't imagine being home full time with him right now. He thrives with structure and stimulation, and I'm grateful he gets that every day. And on my end, I got new opportunities at work. I was promoted. I feel good at what I do, and I'm genuinely relieved I didn't walk away from everything I'd built. And by the way, we're always building up more episodes with stories just like this you can listen to on your favorite podcast platform, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search OK Storytime.
Question.
Answer.
If you're up for promotion, couldn't you say, let's promote me, but just take a day off? See what I'm saying? I want to spend more time with my son. I'm being promoted. Oh, let me just I don't work Tuesdays anymore. I don't work Wednesdays anymore. Split the week up.
Maybe make the baby do some of it.
Make it a boss baby?
Yeah.
Dude.
Make that baby smart.
Dream world, stay-at-home dad with a boss baby kid.
Yeah. Dream scenario.
Oh, we got
all men.
We got a PSA.
Stay in the delivery room the whole time till the baby is born. You need to see and experience the work your lady goes through to bring your baby here, man.
I'll watch the upper half, not the bottom half.
No, you gotta be there.
You gotta watch. That's the whole thing. You gotta watch the bottom half.
I've already seen too many TLC documentaries.
You gotta watch it go. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen a
TLC
birth?
documentary? Yeah, 3 of them.
They just put a birth in a TLC show?
Mm-hmm. That's how my mom explained to me how that worked. My mother did a really did a really good job of explaining how the female anatomy works. I just did a really bad job listening. It's not her fault.
Shocking.
It's all right. I still love being a hands-on mom, but I no longer feel like I have to choose between that and my career. Keeping my job has given my family better financial security and has given me a sense of personal accomplishment.
Girl boss.
If you're in the thick of that decision right now, please know you're not alone. Sometimes the problem isn't work versus motherhood, but it's the support system around you, the stage you're in, or the fact that postpartum hormones make you feel like every decision is life-altering and irreversible. I'm grateful I waited, and I'm grateful things changed for the better. And I am so aware of how lucky and privileged I am to be able to have a nanny for my son and the luxury of even having this choice on the table. Happy to answer questions for anyone in the same place I was last year. And that is the end of that story.
Good for you, girl. Noted, if you want to quit your corporate job making $6K, replace your nanny and get out of the baby trenches.
I think you meant 100K.
I said 6 figures.
You said 6K. If you are working a corporate job that makes 6K,
Quit.
Quit that one.
6K a month. That's better.
That's better.
6K a week.
That's
Even better.
oh, that's a little too good.
6K a day.
What's the catch?
6K a day?
You're a Wall
6K
Street.
an hour. 6K every
I'm LeBron
3.5 minutes.
I'm LeBronish James.
Oh,
No, I think I'm.
don't. It makes me sad. He got swept.
Nah, he's fine.
He got swept so hard.
He's got next year.
He got swept
Oh,
really
he's-
hard.
he's done.
This was
He's not
it.
done.
That was his last run,
No, it
bro.
wasn't.
I don't. He's
Maybe
got one more year.
One more year.
He's got a tour thing. He's got to do what Dwayne Wade did.
One
that
more
pisses
year?
me off. No one else has done a giveaway season just like that.
One more year with Cleveland.
no. He's not going anywhere. But that is the end of that story. We've got another one.
My daughter refused to move, and I don't know what to do.
Find her, take her, drag her back in a net.
We're moving to my boyfriend's family home while his mom lives with his grandmother. The original plan was to wait until my daughter, 9, finished elementary school, then move for middle school. But when it was time to renew the lease, they increased by $100. I was already struggling with what we were paying now, so we decided to leave. My daughter has known for a while that we're moving and why. She has gone from excitement to absolute dread. Tonight, she broke down hard in tears about being scared to move. I just let her cry and get it all off her chest while holding her. I want to tell her everything will be all right and her worst fears won't come true, but I can't deny that change is hard and super scary, and sometimes our fears do happen. By the way, this comes from Invisible Bunny, and if you want to submit your own stories, you know where to go. I'm Riley.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Keon.
And we're going to be here goofy, laughing, and fun. And if you want to say anything down in the comments, please do down below.
Yeah, we're going to be laughing at this upset 9-year-old. Ha ha. No.
Grow up.
No.
Grow up, kid. I reminded her that we aren't moving super far away, just maybe 25 to 30 minutes from her friends. And depending on what region of the state you're in, that may be a lot. Are we moving from the Piedmont to the Flatlands or the mountains?
What are those
Very different.
things?
Those are words.
Check out North Carolina.
Those were just words.
We got the mountains, Piedmont, and flats, and the beach.
Wow.
Best state ever. We can still see them on the weekends, and she can have a sleepover in the new place once we get settled. Is there anything else I can do? How can I help my daughter adjust to moving? I just hate that we have to move, but we can't stay here forever, and I'm personally looking forward to moving. It's just going to be a change for a lot of us. Watch Cheaper by the Dozen.
Watch Cheaper by the Dozen too.
Actually, not bad advice, I think.
They do it 12 times with
Do a
one
movie.
family. Yeah.
Or
Or.
you come up with some sort of elaborate story about why you need to move in that and make it mystical and magical.
Benson
And you
Boonicle.
say, we must keep the marker stones of the Piedmont intact
I don't know.
for the future.
We can do
No,
the-
that's not good enough.
we can
Treasure
do-
map?
I would, yeah, like make it Goonie.
Yeah, the Goonies. Nothing bad happens in the Goonies. Nothing scary happens to the Goonies.
Don't talk about the Goonies. That was also a scary movie.
Goonies?
Yeah, dude, the
It
Goonies
just-
is scary when you're a kid.
It is
Nah.
because the brother that they leave alone, that's kind of a shocking thing. But we come around to it. But that's like a shocking thing to
I
see.
think the adults with firearms letting them off at the children. That was scary.
That's another Tuesday for me.
I don't know. Just keep showing her movies about kids moving and then making new friends.
Show her Matilda and then be like, would you like it if this was your life?
Also,
Yeah,
I don't know.
have superpowers.
Maybe I don't. Maybe
and then stop the movie until before she gets superpowers.
Yeah, just,
Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know. Maybe this is just my parents. My parents would be just like, you don't have a choice.
yeah, I mean,
Who are you to make a decision?
OP's being more considerate.
I wish.
you
yeah.
kind of don't, you know?
Oh, you just stomp your feet? Stop your feet in the car. That's what my parents would say.
Cowbot says, "Tell her if she's gonna cry, you'll give her something to cry about." That's how my parents handle things.
Bingo! My parents would be like, oh, you're upset about it? Sucks. Literally. They'd be like, that sucks.
Editor's note: OP's boyfriend is her daughter's legal father. X is not in the picture. Also, this post did not get much attention, so there was no advice, sadly.
Aww. I mean, yeah, what's the advice? Your kid will probably adjust.
Editor's note 2, OP moved to their new house around a month later, according to a post in r/cat advice.
Hey,
Meow.
look at that detective work.
Meow.
Don't tell me you got advice about your cat rather than what to do with your kid on Reddit. You need to have a more shocking title in Reddit for you to get advice.
Yeah, you need to be like, my child won't stop peeing and throwing up over our move. I don't know. Then that seems extreme. Everyone would just be like, go to a doctor. What are you doing?
Put a
Right.
diaper.
Put a diaper on it.
Update 1 year later. My daughter 10 came home one day upset. She said that one of her school friends had a birthday over the weekend and her parents forgot. When they remembered, they got her a small gift from the dollar store. My daughter went on to tell me how the girl's home life wasn't good and her parents act like teenagers and are constantly fighting. And if you want to fight us, because we're not reading you more stories, fight us on your favorite podcast platform and search up OK Storytime. We got enough to defeat you.
Yeah. You can yell and scream at us while we read and can't hear you.
Unless you have the stamina. She wanted to do something for her friend, so she begged me to help her get a gift, and she was going to make her some bracelets. Daughter loves to make candy bracelets and accessories. I couldn't say no after hearing about her home life, so we went to GameStop and got her a little keychain plushie of some anime thing that my daughter said she'd like.
Oh, cute.
Meta.
No one can see it.
Apparently to my friend Rex, I'm the tall guy.
You are not Gojo.
You're a tall guy.
I didn't watch it. I don't even know what that means. Then we went and got a gift bag and a card, and my daughter put it all together when we got home. She brought it to school. Then the next day, she said that her friend was very happy and grateful.
Yeah, see, you've got a good daughter. You've got a good daughter. You didn't need to worry about nothing. You got a good daughter.
Feels good to see my kids show some compassion. She said a lot of her classmates have hard home lives, and this friend wasn't the worst of them. and appreciates her home life a lot more when compared to them.
Whew.
Dakota.
That must feel good in a way.
She did watch Matilda, but the version without the superpowers, and she saw it 20 times.
Yeah, she saw Matilda in real life. And Matilda had nothing but the power of imagination.
Oh, dude, that's so messed up. Oh my god.
You gotta feel. Also, watch out because your daughter is gonna become a raver if she keeps making those bracelets.
What is it called? Candy flipping or whatever?
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, but
I mean, hey, good thing she's more grateful. I just hate the way she became more grateful. That's a little.
she did it well. It'd be worse. She came back and she's like, dude, my classmates have got loser houses full of loser parents. I don't want to hang out with them. She was like, yeah, it's rough over there. They got her a dollar store birthday gift. Can I get my friend a better birthday gift? That's nice.
That is
you
nice.
You got a good daughter.
You do.
You got a good daughter.
Also, it seems like everyone used to live in your apartment complex, then moved to where you live now, and this is everyone's life where you live.
Well, I mean, just keep focusing on being on top. You're at the top. You're the upper echelon of your competition. I confronted my wife about her affair, and my daughter already knew about it.
That is a loaded title.
I'll keep this as short as possible. I am 43 male. I got my childhood sweetheart, 43 female, pregnant, and had my daughter, 25 female. You were in high school when you had your daughter.
Yep, 17.
She was considered a miracle child because the pregnancy was so difficult that my wife was never able to have kids again, but it worked out perfectly.
Took some things with her.
My daughter was incredible. By the way, this story comes from Sad Juggernaut, 6543. And if you want to submit your own incredible stories to the r/OK Storytime subreddit, go do that. I'm Dakota.
I'm Riley.
I'm Keon.
We're going to read this here story. We're going to have some things to say about it. It might be advice, it might not. Who knows? We don't know. We don't know everything. Tell us all the stuff that you know in the comments. And OP says, 2023 comes, and my wife cheated on me with a friend of hers.
Did you know this friend? Did you see it coming?
Is it true?
What do they look like? Wouldn't it be flattering if it looked like you?
I could see it looking like you.
It's like at least like, oh, she cheated on me with someone who looks just like me.
No,
Maybe
actually,
she got confused.
Then it would be she either cheated on me with the Walmart version of me or the Prada version of me.
You are the Prada version of you.
Thank you. That's why my ex is now married to the Dollar Tree version of me.
Yeah, that's a W.
No joke.
I discovered this by signing into her Facebook. Invasion of privacy, I know, but curiosity struck. I'll just say he had one thing going for him, and it wasn't looks. It was money. Boom, boom, no, no, boom, 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 boom.
Thanks, Pink Floyd.
The name's Pink. Floyd Pink.
Fully pink.
I immediately called my daughter and asked her to come over urgently. She arrived, looking nervous, which, looking back now, makes a lot of sense. I confronted my wife, and she didn't deny anything. She actually turned it around and said I lacked affection and intimacy, and honestly, she wasn't entirely wrong. But I had been laser focused on getting us to early retirement.
Oh. So when Gunna said, get money and F B words, was that meaning to get money and ignore B words? Or was it get money and do B words? Because it looks like OP went with the version of get money and ignore B words.
Get money. There needs to be a song about getting money and making love to your wife on a regular basis.
That's the tempo.
I'm pretty sure it's out there.
My God.
Four,
That's the tempo?
4 straight minutes.
Jarvis.
Jarvis.
I'm scared.
Increase girth by 40%.
Not the Jarvis piss pump, bro. No way. No way.
We need a woman in
No
here ASAP.
way.
We have to break this up.
Sophia!
We gotta break this up.
Sophia, help!
We need to lock it.
I didn't want that in my ear.
Yeah? Guess who has it in their ears?
Oh no, Jorpit. Oh, my daughter jumped in and called my wife out, which I appreciated, but that's when things got messier. My wife fired back and revealed that my daughter had actually known about the affair since the pandemic had ended.
So your wife got caught, and she's like, I'm bringing down everybody who knows.
I'm ripping this whole thing down. Apparently, the other man gave her money to stay quiet while she was struggling financially at university.
What? She got hush money?
Yeah.
She got hush money while you were trying to get money? That is diabolical.
Yeah, you should have taken that money and scammed that man out of more money and then been like, hey, Dad, I have news.
Yeah.
But think about that. You're working so hard to get money that you can't make coitus with your wife. Thus, your wife is doing coitus while getting money.
Well,
That's messed up on
The
some
hush money, that was the money just went to the daughter. He gave money to the daughter while she was in university.
But still.
So that's like on an even deeper level. This man is, your wife is cheating on you with this man, and then this man is providing for your daughter who is in university.
That's worse.
Dang. OP, I think you need a new family.
Yeah, that was your
Yeah.
practice family. They did bad.
And nobody said anything. That's crazy.
You have time to get a new family. Does it still work?
I was gutted. I left the house that night, packed my things, and did not look back. I blocked them both and focused on what I could control, which was the early retirement fund my wife cannot touch. There it is. You're married to the money now. You're married to the money. You're married to the game. Married to the game. Daughter, next time daughter comes asking for something, you just rub 2 pennies together. You say, you hear that?
It's the world's tiniest violin.
That's the sound of my 2 cents. We got an update 1 week later. So, after reading the comments from my last post, I decided I wanted closure. I unblocked my daughter and asked her to meet me at Starbucks just to talk. She tried calling, but I kept it to messages only.
Smart. Is he going to be in contact with daughter and wife?
I mean,
You think he might?
He did it already.
But still, after this conversation, do you think he's going to continue to stay no contact with his daughter?
I don't know, man. I think when your daughter's, well, I guess at this point, where she's what, 23?
23, already been through college, and that dude funded
You're too old to not be saying anything about that to me. Like, you know what's wrong. You know that's wrong. And and it kept you quiet because you took money from the guy.
It's the
your
thing
mom's
of,
cheating on
it's
me
the
with.
thing of putting yourself in their shoes, or if you were being cheated on, or if you were in your dad's spot, you would want to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't be like, don't say but, don't say this, don't say that, because guess what? You took the money and you ran.
Yeah, and if I'm in that dad's spot, I gotta imagine. I'm like, look, I guess I'll keep you alive if that's what if I need to, but I don't know, man. How do you make up for that?
That's 2 betrayals.
This is the hierarchy of betrayal. Getting cheated on, having an AI girlfriend, boom. And then this story is here.
Yeah, I think your entire family conspiring against you to keep an affair secret while getting paid to do so. We met the next day. She went in for a hug and I held back. I fully stiff-armed that hug and get right on the forehead.
You think we're on hug level right now?
We're on handshake mode. Part of me did want to hug her back, though. I got straight to the point and asked why she covered for her mom. She said she didn't know. And I pushed back and told her she did know. She just wasn't ready to say it.
How
good phrase.
What do you mean? You what? I didn't know? Oh,
I don't know.
and this is where you say, money talks.
Well, the funny thing about that, daughter, is you're the only person on earth who does know. Okay.
I didn't know how my college tuition was getting paid for. I had no idea that my mom had to get the boonies beaten down for me to get college paid for. Imagine that's how you got to college.
What did you just say?
That's how you got a scholarship.
My mom had to get the boonies beaten down? What does that mean?
Beating on the boonies.
I'm not putting it on you.
I'm learning so many new things today.
You're welcome. Did you know that lobsters also live to 150 years old?
From
the movie?
Lobsters. Funny you say that. That's one of my...
Lock in.
Fun fact,
Lock in.
lobsters are functionally immortal, and they cannot die of old age. They only die of disease or mechanical failure in that they become too big to shed their exoskeleton. So, my daughter finally opened up. And I want to open up to you in full episodes with stories like this on your favorite podcast platform, iHeartRadio, or wherever you're listening to podcasts. All you got to do is search OK Storytime, and you can listen to them. Listen to me. Anyway, she admitted that when she discovered the affair, she was in a rough place financially at university. The other man offered her money to stay quiet, and at the time it felt like a lifeline. I asked her why she never just came to me for help instead, and she had no answer for that.
She went, oh, wait. I had that option?
I have no more. I don't have a daughter.
She's like, Dad, you just kept talking about saving for retirement. I was thinking about you. I was thinking about you and your retirement. She had no answer. I also asked why she couldn't have taken the money and still told me. And again, she didn't have an answer.
Oh, yeah. That's even worse.
She's like, Pops, it's because I'm a bad negotiator. She says, Pops, I don't have that ruthless edge in me.
I don't got that getting money gene.
Yo, facts, though.
That is a gene.
Is it? Before I walked out, I pulled out the picture frame I had taken from the house when I left. A photo of me and her when she was little. I handed it back to her and told her I didn't think I could trust her again, not for a long time anyway. She broke down. It's a lot to process, but I've still got my finances in order, my freedom, and honestly, a chance to start fresh. Not the ending I planned, but it's still an ending I can work with.
That's pretty rough.
What did you do? What did you do?
He has time for a new family.
No,
Yeah.
but it's you don't go. You went low.
Well,
You needed to go high.
That's how we felt. They're adults now. They're friends.
You took the picture frame of you and your young daughter and gave it back to her.
Jerry,
and
stop
said,
it.
"I'll never trust you
Calm
again."
down, Jerry.
What was that? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Chat.
Kramer.
Was OP right to do that or wrong to do that? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
That was a little extreme.
It was extreme.
I don't
but
think we should have went that low, but we could have gotten a new family and ignored the family we used to have. That is always on the table.
I've been married 6 years and never once had access to our money.
Better than being married 6 times.
Well, let's see. I am and always have been a stay-at-home mom to our 4 kids.
Woo!
Married for 6 years to current husband. He works full-time and makes a good salary, so we're still comfortable. I have not worked as childcare where we are is so expensive, it would cost more than I would make to send them to daycare. So, despite not receiving a paycheck, I believe I provide necessary services for our family that my husband would otherwise be paying even more for to someone else. I also cook, clean, and do everything in the house. I've never had access to the checking account his salary is deposited in. I also do not have access to the savings, although the situation made me very uncomfortable as an adult. I truly tried to trust him and honestly had never asked for this situation to change. I found out he had used almost all of our savings on a boat.
Truck.
That's my guess.
Truck.
Hmm.
Come on.
Fun stuff. I'm thinking of like
Come on.
gambling.
There we go.
Yeah.
Great one.
Used all our savings on a lawsuit
Oh,
I was aware of, but was not allowed to input into.
wow, we were all off. All right.
We all lost money.
Whoa. I asked him to stop using our family savings. He simply said, no.
Dang. Wasn't expecting that one.
And because I had no access to the accounts, there was literally nothing I could do to stop him. I felt incredibly betrayed and was very angry.
Dude, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If you're married, that's your money. It doesn't matter who's bringing it to the table. You're married and your joint finances are one, and this is financial abuse all the way.
Is the yeah, I agree with that entirely. What is the nature of this lawsuit? Like, you spending all this savings because you're gonna get like $10 million in a settlement,
Or
like,
is he defending himself?
Yeah, or you being prosecuted? Are you playing offense or defense?
More context, please.
Okay. Later, he wanted to refinance our family home because the rates were so good.
Oh,
I told,
not a good sign?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Talk to your accountant.
You were that.
I told him I did not feel comfortable with that because of the lack of financial equity and transparency. I asked for 2 things to change to feel more comfortable, and then I would absolutely sign off in the refinance. His paycheck needed to be deposited in our joint bank account, and the savings needed to be in both our names. I held firm to my conditions. He finally realized he needed me to continue, and he agreed to my terms. But yesterday, I discovered he lied and never intended to comply with my requests. The money was his, and I was not going to be allowed access to any of it. He had intentionally tricked me. I again tried to be reasonable and showed him what he would have to pay for the services I provide for our family to show that I do indeed provide part of our income. He said, no.
Dude, this is tricky. It's sad because he holds all the money, and if you were to leave, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look like a clear through line.
Convince your husband to swap all of his assets to gold.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Bitcoin.
And you take that gold and you squirrel some of it away. Okay, you start taking you just shave off a little bit of gold,
Like,
24 karat, make it
Yeah.
nice and soft.
just tell me when. Keep going. Keep going when they're doing the cheese.
He would give me what he felt I needed, just as he had always done. I honestly do have ample money to buy necessities for the kids and rarely need or want anything bigger, so it's never been an issue. But it feels so demeaning to basically have to ask for access to our money if and when I need it. I have never had financial issues, so he cannot distrust me. He refuses to do anything differently and told me the reason is that he probably intends to divorce me soon.
Oh my gosh. That's the lawsuit he's saving up for or using it for. You're going through a divorce and you don't even know it.
This is weird. This is
weird.
crazy and weird.
Because if I didn't know that, I was going to say, I'm going to bet you guys are the traditional couple, so you guys are Christian. I would talk to a church member, talk to a pastor, and see if they can turn this around, because they would hopefully most likely do that. Pastors I know would.
Yeah.
This is
I don't know.
crazy.
Your husband sounds like a cold butthole of a man.
Chocolate starfish.
I am beyond devastated. I put myself in a financially vulnerable position for this family, and he used me and will now discard me while he keeps his regular job and seniority that I gave up for the good of our family. Would I be the a-hole if I told him if I'm not getting paid, then I'm not doing my job and didn't provide any childcare anymore? Yeah, because that's your kids. He is working from home, and while hard to manage and juggle both, he could technically do what everyone else has been doing in lockdown without childcare. He says, I'm absolutely an a-hole. I'm so hurt by the inequity and the lies. So what should I do? Well, I would first call every single divorce lawyer in your town and just do something so that he can't use them, right? Because in that conflict of interest. And also, you can't stop taking care of your kids. What is that going to accomplish? I don't think your husband really cares about them. I doubt it, because he doesn't see what you do as valuable.
This is not a marriage. This is entrapment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really bad.
A marriage is you are equal. You are both in things. And someone said it someone said this nicely. You do want a man that leads, but not in the leading of like, I'm going to tell you where to go. Leading as in like they can lead their own lifestyle, like their own intuition, do their things without being told to do things. They can lead cleaning the kitchen without being told to do so.
Yeah.
That's what an actual leader is. Whatever this guy's doing, this is not a leader. This is not a husband. This is not a husband at all. This is someone that has put you in a very, oh my God, what's the word?
He's a warden.
Extorting? They're extorting you.
He's extorted you.
They're extorting you, and you can't do anything to. And all he can say is no, like he handles everything. This is
First ballot scumbag Hall of Famer.
This is horrible. Hopefully things work out for you.
Anyway, there's an update. Thank you all so much for the time you took to reach out and share knowledge or ideas or just hugs. I cannot tell you what it has meant to me to hear my feelings about his behaviors being flat out wrong. I have been told so often about so many things that I'm wrong and crazy, or that I'm manipulating the facts, or gaslighting him, or being controlling of him. It is one of the worst feelings to feel like you understand right from wrong, and then have to struggle to wrap your head around what you're being told, but it doesn't make sense. So I am happy in an odd way that so many people see my world the way I do. That is invaluable. Agreed. A lot has happened in 25 hours since my original post. I got up to find that my husband had left the house. He didn't leave a note or even text. I texted to ask if he would be returning. He said no, that he was leaving and we could discuss the kids' schedule. I said, okay.
He's really good at saying that, isn't he?
Yeah, this guy is, I don't know, this guy's like Patrick Bateman. He's got no soul. Just a hollow man.
Good taste in music, though.
I then started packing. I texted him to say that I'd be taking the kids for a vacation to my parents' house, about a 15-hour drive away. My grandparents are very sick with heart issues, and I didn't think I would get the chance to say goodbye with the virus, but this was my chance. I made sure to spell out in writing that I was not abandoning the house or taking the children away and fleeing or something, which is a big no-no in court. I waited for a written confirmation that he was okay with it. He just asked when I would be leaving and returning, so off we went. And we've had a really relaxing day in the car. We're almost there. I'm typing because my parents drive towards me to meet us, and my dad is now driving my car. But to quickly answer some frequent questions, I have seen a lawyer and do know most of what I would be entitled to because of my previous marriage and divorce. I would get child support. I would get spousal support for a short period of time because it is considered a short-term marriage. The lawyer I saw, by borrowing money from my parents for the consultation, was a partner at a prestigious firm.
All right.
She said if money wasn't an issue, we could do X, Y, and Z, but honestly, that would only encourage him to up the ante. She said her experience with these types of people are to be tough but fair and just get away from them. But he will almost surely get 50% custody because that's where the court is leaning now. What seems fair is almost never what is legal in the end. I will not be able to move away to where any family lives unless he agrees, which I'm sure he won't. Well, I can move anywhere I want, but I can't bring the kids with me. So this will be a real struggle to find affordable housing and a job, but hopefully I can figure it out. And I want you to figure out that you can listen to full episodes of stories like this on your favorite podcast platform, like iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search OK Storytime. Well, I guess you got a good lawyer. Dang.
Goodness, that was tough. Wow.
Wonder what he does for work. He's so just straight up. It's yeah, the reason I don't want you to have access to the savings account is I'm going to divorce you.
Stocks.
And then the next day, he's like, yeah, I'm gone. I left.
What he does for work is being a huge piece of crap.
He's monetized scumbaggery.
Looks like it. There's ways to do it. Not here, though. That gets us demonetized.
Pretty sure
Also,
that's
if
what
we talk about the difference between Pakistan and India, that will also get us demonetized.
Well, I started staying at home when my oldest was born to me and my ex-husband. We both had stay-at-home moms, and it was what we both wanted. Then when we divorced, I ran the numbers, and it was cheaper for him to pay me full child support and spousal support, which I could live on, and the kids didn't have to go through yet another change in their lives. Minimizing their pain was my number one priority. We lived in a small townhouse on our own for 7-ish years until new husband. I absolutely did not choose to be a stay-at-home mom because I didn't want to work. I loved my old job, but I thought I was doing what was right for the kids and most financially responsible for my family. Anyway, I think maybe I'm feeling defensive, but I wanted to illustrate I was not simply trying to avoid having a job.
I didn't think that at all, OP.
No, didn't think that one bit.
It seemed like the way things were in your household, the only choice was to be a stay-at-home mom. Gosh, wow, that was tough. That was a tough one. I really hope, OP, you get everything you need and can live a suitable life.
Yeah, what are the redeeming qualities of your scumbag husband?
I don't think there was any.
There had to be some, right? They were married for a while.
Golly.
Jeez.
Well, that's the end of that story. Holy cow. We got another one coming right up. I kept my son's ex in the family. I didn't know it was stressing him.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Hello, I'm 54 female and have a son, 28 male. My son is bi, and when he was around 16, he started dating his friend who were referred to as Xavier. My son and Xavier were roommates at their boarding school.
Oh my gosh, it's Charles.
There's so many. The stars are aligning. Your friend Xavier at the boarding school, what were they all mutants? Gene, I need you.
Let
Seemed
me
like
in.
they were all bi, not mutant.
That was the mutant gene. They're just bi.
What's your mutant gene? I'm bisexual. Oh, wow.
Xavier's family lived in a different country, so he spent holidays with us, and they were always together. Absolutely adore Xavier, and so did my son. Wonder why. When they were 18, they moved in together, but around the time they were 21, they broke up. And not after that, Xavier's parents both passed away. By the way, this comes from mom of 21,967.
21,967 mothers.
And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do know. If you know anything you'd like to add, please add it down below. So after Xavier's parents passed away, I reached out to him and offered my support, and we still catch up every 2 weeks or so. As far as I'm concerned, I will be a mother to him.
Okay. What's the word?
Savior
real
complex?
altruistic vibes here. Yeah.
Maternally altruistic
Big
vibes.
altruism in the chat.
Can we add maternal to it? Can maternal be an adjective?
Matultrinism.
Okay, great. My son was very distraught after they broke up. I still sometimes think he hasn't completely recovered from it. This is his first love at 16. Come on.
What are you, and he's 21 now?
He's 28.
Oh!
There were a lot of complexities and pressures in their relationship. No fault to either of them. It was hard enough having to watch them overcome it. Watching him come to terms with the fact that they couldn't was devastating. He knows I still talk to Xavier and has never expressed he'd rather I didn't. There was an unspoken boundary where I will only talk about Xavier if he asks. I have always invited Xavier to family events, dinners, and holidays, and my son knows this. Xavier didn't come for the first year or so, but he now joins us every Christmas and on my daughter's birthdays. My son dated after Xavier, but has only had one serious relationship, the one he's in now. He's been seeing Amber since December, and she's lovely. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
I think all our neurons activated the exact same way.
I've met her maybe 6 or 7 times, and they're talking about moving in together. My birthday is coming up this month, and my son had been asking about booking dinner reservations. I told him the number of people coming, and he got confused and asked, why so many? I listed them all out, and he stopped when I said Xavier's name and asked if I was still going to invite him. I told him, of course, I was going to invite him. He always comes to birthday dinners. My son got really annoyed and said it was inappropriate when he's bringing his new girlfriend. I told him he was being ridiculous and that it's really awful to imply that Xavier is only considered family depending on my son's status relationship.
That's messed up. Don't be ridiculous, honey. Don't be ridiculous. It's just your ex.
Moms, what do we think right now? What are we doing here?
I don't know. It's been 12 years. You were in high school. I think it's time to be okay with what's going on.
You can't treat them like they were brothers because they're lovers.
I can't.
This is incest.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. It's just for like.
Who did I even date in high school? I can't even remember.
I was a stud.
Wait,
Let's not think about it.
I have to go to the doctor.
Do you not have your tetanus shot?
Why do I not remember high school? What happened to me?
You were smoking too much, brother. I took the day to consider the conversation, and I could see where he was coming from. I didn't want it to be uncomfortable for Amber. So the next night when we had them over for dinner, I privately took her aside and explained to her that while I was really big in high school and had a really meaty big one, I didn't know where to go.
Hey,
Stop it.
I'm going to tell you this one time. Quit it. Quit
I was
it.
seeing if you were paying attention.
Quit
Do you remember
it.
high school?
Yeah.
Okay. I let her know she wouldn't be a bad person for being uncomfortable and that I would be willing to uninvite him if she wished. Don't put this on her. This is your decision. You need to do it. She told me that it was all very sweet and she wouldn't be uncomfortable. Amber's just being nice. That my son and Xavier had years of dinners and holidays to get back together if they wanted, and they didn't, so she had no reason to be intimidated. We spoke to my son together about this, and he later blew up at me for meddling and told me he wouldn't come if Xavier was coming. Now,
That's the classic story with them.
I have to quit it, but you can't.
You've unleashed the beast.
Send help.
Whose side are we taking here?
Honestly,
Do we like mom's approach or what's the son's name? Son.
Xavier,
Xavier's ex. Do we take mom's approach or
Jean's approach.
the son's approach? What are we thinking?
I don't know, man. I think given the context that she became a surrogate mother to him, that changes a lot. And it's also been 12 years. So, just thinking maybe that's not something he needs to be worried about. And if he is, do you still have feelings, young one? Do you have feelings for this man?
I don't know. I'm on the opposite end of that.
Really?
It's been 12 years.
I don't care. I don't want my ex being there.
Well, your exes suck.
Even the good ones. I don't care. It's my family. It should be on me. Why does mom get to decide? I get it. She's coming from a nice place. You can get. I wouldn't stop you from having a relationship with Xavier. Go do that. But he doesn't need to be there every time we have a family thing.
OBS, so I don't know what to do. Please help me put me in my place. Thank you. Don't invite Xavier. Just don't do it. Your son's uncomfortable with it. He doesn't want it to happen.
Especially if my son said, I'm uncomfortable with that. I don't need to give you a reason why. If you want a reason why, I'm uncomfortable.
We can invite Xavier after we get to know Amber a little bit. We already know Amber's chill with it. So let's just listen to the son.
Yeah.
I'm all for listening to the son.
Yeah, that does make
Schmed
sense.
says, I'm uncomfortable. That would be, I'm with the son.
That does make sense where it's like, just not this time.
Yeah. We're not excluding him out of everything, just this one dinner.
If Amber's gonna meet my family, let's not have her meet my ex-boyfriend who's become my mom's surrogate child.
Yeah. I understand that you see him as your son, but it's not what's happening. We need to give it some time. What?
OP's girlfriend doesn't know he's bi.
Yeah, he does. She said, I'm not intimidated about them getting back together.
Because mom brought it up.
Yeah. That's whenever you were remembering high school days. And then I had to say really big, nasty words for you to come back in. And it worked.
I was in it the whole time.
All right. Edit says, I just want to clarify a couple of things. My son had said he was uncomfortable with Xavier going, only that he didn't know how Amber would feel about it. He said he was uncomfortable. I would have uninvited Xavier, no questions asked. It was also his idea to begin inviting Xavier to family dinners and Christmases, etc. What now, dude? Now
Stop putting the blame. Oh, it's his fault.
He was looking for an excuse. He didn't want to outright say it. Amber was the reason, and you went behind his back to ask Amber.
Why would you invite your son's ex to meet his current partner?
But I think it's because she fundamentally doesn't see him that way anymore.
We eventually stopped asking, and Xavier was just expected to be there. My son is also not paying for the dinner. What?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your son's uncomfortable.
I also see how I could and probably did make Amber feel cornered and my son feel unheard. I will apologize to them both and talk to my son about it tomorrow. Thank you all for your help. We'll update after I've spoken to him. We got an update.
Yeah, I think that would be the thing I was mad about. If I'm like, Mom, I don't know how she's gonna feel about it. This is delicate. And then you go in there, smash the window with a hammer, and you go, "Hey, are you okay with this? Let me tell you about this."
We've been doing this for years.
Why would you do that?
Update. I took my son aside yesterday morning and talked to him about the situation. I apologized for everything and told him I'd like to apologize to Amber too when I see her next. I like this already. He said it was okay, and we sat down and we had to talk about Xavier. My son said himself that he doesn't want Xavier to be cut off and said he'd like him to continue to come to Christmas and my daughter's next birthday, but it was too early in his relationship to be sitting Amber down at a family dinner with his ex-boyfriend there. I made sure to let him know that if he were to change his mind at any time, that I would respect that, no questions asked. Why is that still... Change his mind? Like about the Christmas thing or about Xavier coming to dinner?
Well, yeah, it seems like he's got a lot of thoughts he changes. It was his idea to have Xavier over in the first place. Now he's like, oh, but I've got my new hot girlfriend. What if she sees my old hot boyfriend? Ooh.
As for Amber, my son did tell me she had no problem having Xavier there, that he was mainly worried about her hiding her true feelings because she didn't want to put anyone in an awkward situation. He apologized for just being straight up with that and the beginning, and it was a really constructive conversation. We talked about ways to avoid the dinner altogether and came up with that for my birthday. I will have a little weekend trip for myself instead of having a dinner. I canceled the dinner and started planning the trip, and he went out for the day. So there's no dinner happening? I'm confused. By the way, if you want to listen to more confusing stories like this, go to your favorite podcast platform and search up OK Storytime. Most of them are confusing. This one, I don't know where her head's at.
I think maybe you need to find new surrogate parents for Xavier.
You need to find adoptive surrogate parents.
Yeah, you just need to be like, I don't know. I'm passing him off. I can't do it anymore. My son's got a new girlfriend.
Yep, I got to parent her now.
Has this never been an issue in the past? I guess not, because this is the first real serious one.
Yo, also, what happens whenever Amber's parents die? Are you going to adopt her too?
That's not
Depends.
There. Yeah.
Depends on how
close.
Yeah.
Depends on how the cookie crumbles.
When we came back, he was really quiet and upset. I asked about it, and he told me that he broke up with Amber and that he doesn't want Xavier at any more family functions, and then went to his caravan and hasn't come out since.
What?
What just happened?
What?
Out of nowhere?
What?
I think a lot of you may be right. I shouldn't have ever reached out to Xavier. I should have known better when my son was asking to have him invited. I just want everyone to be loved. So did you get them broken up with? Why did they break up? Is there more?
I can check.
Please. What just happened? I didn't understand the last fifth of that.
I have a feeling that OP just thought himself into a hurricane and then broke up with his girlfriend because...
OP or the son?
The son. Because he's like, I don't know anymore. I don't know. Clearly this is bothering me so much that it means I'm not ready for this relationship, so I'm breaking up with you. And Xavier, I absolutely can't have you around ever again, because if I keep you here, I'm still always going to be not fully over you for some reason, and this is weird, and I don't like it, and you need to go away.
I see.
And I think he could have
spiraled.
just thugged that out. I think he could have just hit a little thug on that one. It just thugged that one out a little bit.
What's that called? Self-sabotage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that in high school.
That's why you can't remember it.
Somebody at lunch said that I was a bad boyfriend, and then I freaked out and I broke up with her the day after Valentine's Day because I was a bad boyfriend. Because I don't know, because I got her like a whack Valentine's Day gift, according to one person.
Weird.
And I was like, oh my God.
I pulled it up. No other updates, but there's some comments. I can read them.
Read the comment.
Engineering Dry 7999 says, not the a-hole. Xavier has become a second son to you, and your son has had years to be okay with it. His new person sounds lovely, but if I was her, I'd probably be side-eyeing his reaction here. It doesn't make sense that he was okay with being around X for birthdays and holidays for the past 6 years, but isn't because of her? That's one of the comments. And another comment here says, Vix Nico says, gonna get downvoted, but I think not the a-hole. Your son has a right to feel uncomfortable and worry for Amber. You spoke to Amber and explained everything, and she seems okay with the situation. It's your birthday, so it's only natural that you would want to invite people and see every year on that date. All that being said, it does sound like your son is paying, and if that's the case, I think you would be an a-hole for still inviting X, or Xavier, because it's been made clear that your son is the one uncomfortable with this. That doesn't mean you can still do something with Xavier on that day or another day. Yeah.
That was hard to...
That was hard to understand, I know.
Yeah,
I think-
that was
Sorry.
tough. No,
Sorry.
you're good. You're good. That was the commenter, not you.
Yeah. They did not make it very easy for me to get that one.
Maybe don't invite your son to your birthday. Don't invite anyone to your birthday. Your birthday's canceled in perpetuity. I don't know. I hate my mom meddling around my relationships. I do.
Your mom meddles on your relationships?
I mean, not really, not anymore, but just put it like this. She was very, very invested in Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez getting back together.
I see. Guys, we got some comments from the video. My parents have divorced 3 times and want me to fund their 4th wedding.
Wow.
This was posted May 2nd of 2026. TLDR.
TLDR for story 1. OP's parents have an unusual habit. They keep marrying and divorcing each other over and over again. 4 times. OP has been a flower girl, a bridesmaid, and watched them do the whole vow renewal, which just ended up in another divorce months later. And now they're planning wedding number 4 and want OP to be the maid of honor. OP's mom demanded a $1,500 dress, and things only get crazier from there. If you're curious to know the full story, you can watch the full video on YouTube.
And we got some comments from that video. Oh, okay, here we go. Comment number 1 from Alien Cultist. They really have no right to get mad that nobody wants to deal with their shenanigans again. And I feel like people deal with their 4th wedding. Their 4th divorce.
4th wedding to the same person. Pack it up, brother.
Like, I've heard of
Stay married.
doing like vow renewals, but never let's get divorced, get married again. Let's get divorced, get married again. That sounds awful.
After the 3rd time, let's just stay married.
After the second time.
After the 2nd time, stay married. We'll just, be separated and we can have other partners. Let's just not go back and forth with the government.
Stay married for the tax break.
That's what I'm saying.
We have another comment here by Adrian Bogaty, or Bogatai 9795, saying South Africa has a 3-limit rule. You can't marry the same person more than 3 times. Really?
Wow.
And there's a reply to that from Lapis6944 saying, huh, interesting.
Yeah, maybe they just need to move to South Africa.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Move to South Africa, currently thriving.
We have
Not-
another
true.
comment here by
Sorry.
Siren Knight 111. A brown dress with a pink green wedding would look really good, actually. And at this point, this is their makeup spicy sleep. Instead of breaking up and getting back together and having that romance, they just get remarried. That's what keeps the spark alive. It's the all spark.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I at that point, I'm like, just let me know when the next divorce happens.
Yeah. And one last comment here from Two Sides US, or Two Sides Us. My jaw was literally on the floor the entire video. First, we have parents demanding a $1,500 dress for their 4th wedding to each other. At this point, they just need a loyalty card for their divorces. And the rest of it is talking about the rest of the episode and the stories there. And they loved it. And said, Sophia and Dakota, you guys seriously deserve hazard pay for reading these wild stories. Huh. Thanks.
Ouch. Do I not deserve it? Because I don't read a lot of stories. Is that why?
No, you just need disability pay. Or I guess, no, you'd be working against it, because if your disability is that you can't read and you're reading all the time, I think that would go against.
It's supporting me to read better.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would make me practice more.
And that's the end of
Yeah.
those
Good
comments.
Yeah, but the government would just be like, you're competent.
And
Denied.
I can read, I just can't read it loud. That's the problem.
those are the end of those comments, though.
But guys, that's the end of that story in this episode. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you. And
See you tomorrow. Hey, don't leave quite yet. I know you're still driving. We're still going to read, so enjoy your time. Stick around.
My mother is convinced I'm pregnant and it's annoying me.
Well, are you?
Yeah, are you just being like, Mom, I'm not pregnant? She's like, no, something, Mercury, I'm getting a sign. My mom is normally very much a just yes kind of person. She's supportive, kind, reliable, and importantly, knows when to treat me like a daughter and when to treat me like a fellow adult who's capable of making her own decisions. So this current situation is out of nowhere and very annoying for me, but my fiance thinks it's hilarious. By the way, this comes from Cooler Beans 1981, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, a few months ago, I started a healthier overhaul of my life. I make sure I get a good night's sleep every night. I'm exercising more. I'm eating so much better than before. I've given up coffee and energy drinks throughout the day. You know, adulting correctly. Look at you go. A couple of months ago, my mother commented that my skin was glowing. I just reminded her that I'm being a lot healthier and it's probably showing in my complexion. Christmas came, and at Christmas dinner, she offered me a glass of wine. All she had on offer was Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Gris because she only drinks white wine, same as my mom. She loves Sauvignon Blanc. We always get her the New Zealand brands.
Shout out to Mrs. Donner.
No, just McFinnan. She didn't take his name, because she's freaking cool. And I'm going to do that too.
So you'd be a Donner?
I'm going to be a Donner. I can't not be a Donner. That's like my whole thing. I can't stand white wine and only drink red, and my mom knows this. But because my skin is glowing and I turn down booze, I'm clearly pregnant, right?
Yep. I'm pregnant all the time.
Yeah, I feel like people are going to be like, I'm going to kind of trip people up when I'm actually, like, when I get pregnant because I don't drink. So they'll be like, it's a normal day. And my
Sophia,
mom...
are you pregnant?
pregnant? You don't ever know. And my mom didn't show until like 6 months.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
But did she know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, she
Yeah,
did.
no, but she didn't like show until like 6 months.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So you don't ever know.
With you and Sam?
I know with Sam. The next day, my mom called me and asked me if there's anything I need to tell her. I hadn't made the connection yet because my skin does look better and I don't like white wine, big whoop, and insisted everything was fine. On New Year's Eve, my grandmother greeted me with a normal hug, then put her hand on my stomach and said, "Before the wedding?" and proceeds to frown. She's old school Catholic. A little later, I asked my mother why my grandmother thinks I'm pregnant, and my mom replied, "You don't have to keep it secret, you know. A mother knows." Well, apparently a mother does not know. I told her I was not, in fact, pregnant, and she gave me that, "Sure, Jan, look." We got into an argument, and I left early. I was going to have a few sips of champagne at midnight, and because hindsight is always 20/20, I wish I had stayed and done that to show her I'm not knocked up. Honestly, you should just go get a pregnancy test.
Just get a pregnancy test and do it right then and there.
Yeah, do it like at the party and be like, "Here, Mom."
Does it smell like pee?
Since then, I've had a few people, aunts and cousins, text me cryptic messages like they know the secret. Quotes about motherhood, how my fiance will be an amazing father one day, that they hope my niece has a best friend soon, etc. I responded to each of them that they must have texted the wrong person since I'm not pregnant.
No way, she just texted everyone. She's pregnant.
But I hope whoever is looking forward to their bundle of joy. Also, I mean, like, one, just the fact that she is not pregnant and the mom's telling everyone that she's pregnant. But also, if she were pregnant, it would also be a huge violation of her privacy because a lot of people don't talk about pregnancy until a certain, like, time because it can be very up in the air. There can be complications. And so people don't necessarily say it right away.
I would just start drinking in front of my mom.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, you just start sending everyone who texts you that like a bottle of you drinking wine.
I'm on my, like, every glass, like a glass.
I'm just so annoyed because I'm not pregnant. I've told my mother I'm not pregnant. Can't I just use a nice moisturizer and not have crappy wine? And even if I were pregnant, that would be my news to share. Exactly. I'm seriously about to throw a vodka and sushi party just to shut everyone up.
Yeah, can I come? Can I come and celebrate with you?
Literally, worst news that I ever found out was that you can't have sushi while you're pregnant.
Nope, no raw
That's
fish.
terrible news.
You can't have raw fish, but you can still have sushi. Cucumber rolls, yeah, well,
That's terrible.
I know.
Like 9 months of my life, I'm not going to be able to have sushi.
Thank God for me.
Comments. Yeah, get out of here.
Sorry to everyone who can't have sushi when they're pregnant.
All the people out there who can't have sushi, I feel bad.
There's a couple other things you can't have.
A lot. Comment one.
We're going to get back to the story, but Sam, you have a copious amount of something.
What, John?
X's.
I have like 4 or 5 or 6.
I heard of 6 with a 0
All
behind
right,
it.
that 60 number, comes from somewhere else.
Where does that come from?
It comes from our OK Storytime membership.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's only $5 a month, so go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Join a club almost as exclusive as Sam's X's. Well, let's get back to the story.
It's very annoying that there are so many things women can't do without people assuming they're pregnant. Comment 2, anytime a relative or family friend calls, answer the phone with, hello, not pregnant Jan speaking. Set your voicemail to, you have reached the phone of not pregnant Jan. If you need to reach me for anything not rumor related, please leave a message after the beep. See if you can set your call to auto reply to texts, auto message, I'm not pregnant. If you're trying to be coy or cute or sly, I am not pregnant. My mother is losing her marbles. Email to, put the crazy back where it belongs. And update. First off, do you have anything to say?
She's not pregnant.
She's not pregnant, guys. Stop saying she's pregnant.
This is just annoying. I feel like what's the time frame of, was it just one day? It seems like it was just one day.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think OP, the glowing thing.
I would just go back to my mom if I were pregnant. Or, sorry, if I wasn't pregnant.
If I wasn't pregnant.
And I would be just sushi,
Yeah.
drinking,
Yeah.
and be like, I'm not pregnant.
Just holding a little pregnancy test while you do both of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Update. First off, many thanks for your replies in my previous posts. You all actually helped me to realize this situation isn't actually funny at all and was a betrayal of trust. So I decided I needed to confront my mother about it. So we went to brunch on Saturday and I ordered a mimosa.
Let's go.
Exactly what we said.
Let's go.
The look of horror on her face was priceless. You know how they say when someone passes away, they get images of their life flashing before their eyes? I dearly hope I get to re-experience the look on it again when it's my time. After the waitress took our orders, my mother said, "Are you sure you should be drinking that?" I laid it out for her. I'm not pregnant. I have told her multiple times I am not pregnant. I asked her why I would even have a reason to lie about not being pregnant. I also told her that I didn't appreciate her spreading the rumor that I was. She said she didn't, and I asked her why I got texts from family members inferring I was. My mother said she never explicitly told anyone I was pregnant, but a few people noticed I wasn't drinking at Christmas. My mom's reply to them was, I don't know, it's not my place to say. Which I'm betting exactly how I did it.
Yeah, how you did it. Yeah.
Not my place to say.
You should ask her.
Which is true for sure, but also very misleading. I was like, oh, come on. You know how people would take that. That was such a wink, wink, nudge, nudge response. I told her there are so many other non-misleading responses she could have used. I could have been the designated driver. I don't like white wine. Maybe I just didn't feel like drinking. Maybe it's my recent health punt. Or maybe it's nobody's business.
Bingo.
Apparently, it was my aunt spreading the rumor based on my mother's response as to why I wasn't drinking. I asked my mother why she didn't stop the rumor in its tracks, and her response was, I didn't know for sure you weren't. All the evidence was pointing towards it, and maybe you just didn't want to announce it yet. My mimosa arrived. I chugged it. I told my mother I no longer had an appetite, and I went home. No apology then, no apology yet. My mom texted me last night that one of my favorite singers from the 80s just released a new song, like nothing ever happened. I did not respond. And there is a second update. First off, many thanks for your replies in my previous post. You all actually helped me realize this situation isn't actually funny at all. Oh wait, this is all repeated. But you know what never repeats? Episodes that we release with stories just like this, but not the same stories because they don't repeat. And you can find them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app if you search up OK Storytime.
Yep.
And for some reason that repeated, so that was the end of the story.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts?
Opie's not pregnant.
Opie's not pregnant. Opie handled that very well.
Yeah.
Opie was like, you know what? Not pregnant, not pregnant, not pregnant. Mom, chug.
Yeah.
Boom.
You get no pregnant. You get no pregnant. You get it's just annoying. And again, if people start texting you again, or your family members start texting you, send a picture of you just drinking a glass of wine. I'm at sushi.
Yeah. At sushi, not pregnant.
You don't need to give your mom an apology, but she definitely owes you an apology.
Absolutely. But that is the end of that story.
My neglectful mother refused to take care of me after birth. So I cut them all off.
Cut him off. Get him out of this. Snip, snip.
So I, 28 female, am 30 weeks pregnant with my first child. and I am about to move to another state. And my mom has this thing where she takes care of my siblings when they give birth until they recover. She's done it for my older sister and my brother's wife, so I thought she would do the same thing with me too. By the way, this comes from user gold_goal217, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, a week ago, she told me that she couldn't because it is too far away. Well, that's a bummer. We got into a fight about the whole thing, and I told her to get out of my house. And now, we are not talking.
Oof.
Before you judge me and say that my mom isn't obligated to take care of me, I will tell you that it isn't about my mom taking care of me. It was never about that. I am that one child in the family who nobody really cares about. My parents always claim that they love and treat us all equally, but man, is it obvious that they love me a little bit less than the others.
Yeah. It's just the blatant like favoritism and OP not getting the equal treatment.
I think you're the middle child. I always thought that maybe I'm adopted and that's why they don't care about me that much. Well, I'm wrong because I'm 100% theirs. It is always about how my other siblings are doing or how my mom and dad are suffering, but it is never about me. It was never about me from the beginning. I'm rarely celebrated, even if it is supposed to be my day. My birthdays. They rarely celebrated because they forgot. Or they just threw everything in the house and called it a birthday. High school graduation? Nope. My parents have already wasted a lot of money for my big brother's college graduation party, so they can't do that, but they won't make it up for sure. No, they won't. Do you think that ever happened? I will give you a minute or two. If you guess no, then congrats. You guessed right. Yay! They shared the wedding expenses of my siblings' wedding, but since my husband came from a good family, they don't have to share wedding expenses. I've always been the therapist who listens to my mom and dad's rough day, or the one who needs to help my mom because my older siblings have a lot of schoolwork to do, or because my younger siblings are too young to do that kind of work. They will always tell me that I am a good daughter, but I'm never the one who they brag about to their friends. I did everything in my power to make them proud, but my achievements will always be below my siblings. I have tried to talk to them about how I feel multiple times before, but the only thing I get is a hard scolding about how I was getting spoiled. I hated my life until I got out of that house, but I never had the courage to let go of them, thinking that they would change. Well, my mom just proved me wrong. Mind you that my older sister lives a whole freaking ocean away from us, but mom decided that taking a 10+ hour flight to another continent twice was not hard at all. But all of a sudden, taking a 4-hour ride to my home was too much, especially when I am in a place where I don't know anyone except my husband. I'm so effing tired of them putting everyone else above moi. So, I will make things right between us until I leave because I don't want to end things on a bad note. And when I get to my new house, I will just cut all contact between us. I don't think that I have any energy left to do all this crap anymore. And besides, I have my lovely husband with me, so I will be all right and build myself a new family where I am truly appreciated and loved for who I am.
Exactly. It's found family.
Yes. And a note, and I did call it. I am the third out of 5 children. You are pretty much the middle child. My younger siblings are twins. You are, again, the middle child.
Ugh, this is so sad.
Usually, I called it. It's usually the middle child. It is unfortunate that the middle child gets a little pushed away.
Especially when you get to like 5 children.
The twins are going to take attention.
Well, also, you have, probably the sibling.
Timmy and Tommy over there are really cool.
The sibling relationship, even if the twins aren't necessarily like getting all of the attention, they have each other.
They're the babies.
Yeah, they probably are getting attention, but even if they weren't, they have each other. And then the older people are probably like all the older siblings are together. And then OP's just like,
yep, it sucks. That's usually the reality of things that I called it, but that's unfortunate.
bummer.
Update. Well, before we get to the update, Sophia, what would we do if we were in OP's situation?
I honestly think maybe you could bring this up to him and say like, hey, you guys haven't been giving me the same support and love that you've been giving everyone else. And then if they still don't hear you, then it's just like, okay, well, I don't need to have like a relationship with you guys if you're not willing to be there for me and I have a new family.
Exactly. If you have the receipts of you literally visited Allison, who is 2 oceans away, twice. What?
Yeah, it's just like, you guys aren't there for me. And until you guys can be there for me, we can't have a relationship. But that is the end, not the end of that story. I lied. Bold-faced lie.
We're not in Colombia.
Woo.
We've been lying to you this entire time. But we do have an update. That's not a lie.
John, you've been dancing a lot.
I'm going to give you a live demonstration and you're going to see it too.
Show me those hips. Oh, damn. That is a good move. But you know what is also an amazing move?
What is that, Sam?
Becoming an OK Storytime member.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's only $5 a month, so go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Well, let's get back to the story.
A lot has happened since my last post. I tried to call my parents, but they blocked and I couldn't reach them, but I was determined on getting the closure that the younger version of me wanted. That's really sad.
This is so sad. I can't imagine blocking your child because they wanted your love.
Yeah. So I called my older brother and I asked him if we could meet up and talk about the situation. He told me that he won't meet up with me after what I've done to our mother, and he berated me. I was ungrateful and that my mom is in a lot of stress and pain because of me. Now she's feeling something?
Yeah, no, incredibly frustrating because all of the other siblings probably have a very different relationship than OP has with their parents.
So they can't see where OP's coming from. They just think OP's being a brat, which you're not. I told him that it wasn't fair for him to just assume that I was the villain and that he couldn't even understand my point of view because they didn't treat him like they treated me my whole life. He knew that they treated me like their personal chef, maid, and therapist for years, but they couldn't even give me the love and attention that I wanted for once in my whole dang life. He basically screamed at me through the phone that I was a piece of trash for saying that and that mom and dad treated us equally, but I was just a dang narcissist who can't think about anyone but myself. I tried to talk, but my emotions got the better of him, and I started breaking down on the phone, and he hung up on me. I even started asking myself if I was really the narcissist that my family seemed to think of me. But my husband came to the rescue and helped me through all of this, but the doubt that maybe I was in the wrong still lingered in my head. I guess my brother told my parents that I called him because dad called about 2 days after that and asked me to meet up at their house. I was about to say no, but I couldn't because his voice was filled with remorse. So I thought that maybe, just maybe, we can get past the whole thing and I could drop the thought of cutting contact even if my mom doesn't want to help out. After about 3 days of talking to my dad, me and my husband went to their house to talk. I thought that it was going to be me, my husband, and my parents talking, but they invited my brother and his wife. As soon as we sat down, my dad started talking about how disappointed he was with me and that things shouldn't have led to this. I told him that he was right. Things shouldn't have escalated to where they are now. But I assumed that since mom helped take care of my sister and my brother's wife, she would do the same. But she just favored everyone else above me, and it was frustrating. I told him about how I felt the past years, and I told him everything that I said to you guys, us. But all of them acted like they didn't care, which honestly hurt like hell. I knew at that moment that I didn't mean anything to them. So why was I fighting to be a part of a family that didn't want me?
Exactly.
My husband was going to speak, but I told him not to. Could you imagine the husband just getting up and she just goes,
No.
no, it's not worth your time. Everyone gave their opinions about it, basically blaming me. And then dad asked me if I wanted to say anything to my mom. I told her that I was sorry because I didn't want any type of bad blood between us before I close this chapter and move on with my life. But she didn't say anything back. And dad said that we needed some time cooling off and setting some boundaries. And I guess that was it between us. And by the way, between us, we got more episodes with stories just like this.
Yeah, between the two of us, we got tons of episodes for
Between
you.
all of us, but especially between just
Guys,
us three.
between us,
Between us three.
we got more episodes.
Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast app, and search OK Storytime, and we'll be right there. But there's a little bit left of this story. And Sophia, I think we already know what we're going to do here.
Yeah.
We're going to leave.
Yeah, you had the talk, which is what I said, and it didn't go well. It didn't give you, they didn't respect you in the way that they should. So now it's time to say, okay, well, if you guys don't want me here, then I'm going to go.
Easy bye.
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 Yeah.
So let's go ahead and finish the story. OP, you already know. You said your last words. You did what you needed to do. There's no reason to be with this family because they're not even your family. In the next 2 weeks, we were packing and leaving the state. I didn't tell anyone about where my new house will be. Only once I got there and settled down, I wrote a long message about everything they did and how I felt. And at the end of the message, I told them I was completely cutting contact with my parents and my older brother. I changed my phone number and blocked all my family from social media. And you know what? My life has never been this peaceful in a long time. I'm happy about everything, and my baby will arrive any day now.
Exciting.
Yes, starting a new family. It is honestly stressful, but I love it so much. We hired a helper around the house because why not? Now my day consists of sleep, take a walk, eat some more, have back and hip pains, and repeat, which honestly isn't that bad. Thank you for reading. And that is the end of that story.
Dang, man. Lovely.
Man. OP.
I wonder if I'm going to be like working when I'm pregnant, you know? Like if I'm just going to be like here, like, you know, having a baby. I guess it depends on like, you know, we're doing the same thing 10 years from now. I know, I'm thinking 10 years from now.
You're going to be 33?
Yeah, I'm going to be 33. Going to be like on the pod. We'll be like, hey guys.
Oh my God, we'll have a little okay storytime kids.
Yeah. Scampering around. Little rascals.
You have any names?
Lucy. But that is the end of that story. My mother lied about my marriage. It ruined my in-laws' life. Ominous. First of all, I want to apologize. My story is not funny, but I really need advice. Well, we're not reading it. I can't sleep and I'm always thinking, me too, girl. I cry in my prayers and ask Allah for forgiveness and cannot trust anyone. I am female, 28, from Egypt, living in Dubai now. By the way, this comes from Mataru or Matarau. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/Okie Storytime subreddit. So, first of all, I have to tell you I was raised in Egypt from a middle-class family. But we always lived like poor. My father loved saving money. He didn't like spending at all. Even meat or chickens, we only had it once a week growing up. Still, I have to be fair, my father was a great man. He is the best husband and father, really always loving and caring for us. May he rest in peace. But I never felt like my mom loved him. She always used to complain about him, wishing him to pass away. Ooh. Even saying to his face, I wish you would pass away and we enjoy your money.
Wow.
Wow. I can't blame my mom. Still, I never agreed with her. After he passed, she bought us a new home in a fancy neighborhood in Cairo and tried to fit in with that community. But it was always as clear as the sun that we don't belong there. I got married to an Egyptian guy from a very rich family. He was born and raised in Dubai, arranged marriage. His father is the sweetest man ever. I call him father, and I really feel like Allah gave me this man, replacing the hole in my heart after losing my dear father. Even his mother is a really nice lady. She's so classy, and since my marriage 5 years ago, she never put her nose in our business or anything. Even though we live in the same street, she taught me how to eat, dress, and speak like a Dubai lady. Me always asking her what is her opinion, and she gives me her comments in the nicest way possible. This is lovely. I'm a little worried based on the title, but yeah, it seems like this is really great. Now, where is the problem? And there we go. Since the beginning of my marriage, I was unable to get pregnant. We waited for almost 2 years, which is a long time for a Middle Eastern family. Finally, when we visited, me and my husband discovered that I have issues and need to be treated. My mom called my husband from Egypt and asked him not to tell anyone about this, thinking that people might think less of me. We're not in Egypt anymore. No one has this mentality here. She was so scared that he might divorce me for this reason and she would lose all of this, but deep inside, I know he would never do that. He took me to the biggest hospitals all over Dubai. Later on, I got to know that when people asked her about my pregnancy, she used to lie and tell them that my husband had issues. Crazy. Which means people will think less of him now. I got really mad at her, but I can't show it in our culture. We cannot raise our voice to our parents. My mother-in-law, we'll call her Sue, got to know about the rumor. She spoke to me and she was very angry. Stupid me told my mom about this and they both fought. It was kind of a big drama that lasted for some time, but it all ended when I got pregnant. My husband funded the entire trip for my mom to come take care of me during my pregnancy. This was the first time my mom left Egypt. She was so happy, and honestly, I was even happier for her. Especially my husband's family has a nice home and cars. She really lived like a queen for 3 months. Every day, Sue sent us breakfast, lunch, and dinner with the driver. I mean, it's Dubai. Yeah, you gotta be like super wealthy to live in Dubai. They started talking to each other again like nothing ever happened. Ooh, alhamdulillah. I have a very beautiful baby girl. She is a gift from God. Sue's friends wanted to visit me to give gifts and pray for the baby. That day, my mom insisted she would cook Egyptian local food for them and show them the actual Egyptian culture. They came and left, we had fun, and everything went amazing. In the evening, Sue called me to check on me. My phone was on speaker, and my mom was next to me as usual. I asked, how was the presentation and everything? Sue answered, the food was good, but I have a comment. Next time, wipe the dishes and glasses. You cannot give people wet dishes, but it's okay. I guess they understand your mom used to live in the village and she's doing the best she knows.
Oh.
Ooh, no, Sue, that's messy. Girl, that's petty.
You don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it.
Now, I know this was rude, but believe me, I know Sue very well. She doesn't mean anything bad, and if she knew my mom was hearing that, she wouldn't have said that. We don't need to fully forgive that. That was just own up that was messy. She shouldn't have said that. After closing with Sue, my mom started shouting, saying, "Why do you allow her to talk to you like that?" And she raised her voice until my husband woke up. The moment she saw him coming down, she started crying, telling him, "Please book my tickets. I'll go back to the village. I know your mom was never proud of us as in-laws. She's always treating me so bad." She shouted at me a couple of times. Never happened. And she kept saying many other lies. Then she told him, "You can ask your wife." I didn't know what to do. And I don't know why I even got mad at Sue that time and agreed with my mom's lies.
John, we're going to get back to the story, but I got to tell you, I've been loving these pearls that I got in Colombia.
You are a delicious beaded man nowadays.
I do feel more confident at the very least, but I think these pearls pale in the amount of confidence an OK Storytime membership can get you.
That's right. You get 60 plus hours a month of exclusive live stream content. That's advice that'll make you the best version of yourself.
And it's only $5 a month, so go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Crack open that oyster and get the blues. But let's get back to the story.
My husband called Sue and said the meanest things I've ever heard him saying to her. "You also came from a village. If you forgot your roots, you can visit your brothers in Egypt." Blah, blah, blah. Since, I guess, 2020. Okay. So we're about to time jump. So pausing really quick.
Okay. Yes.
Sue was really rude. I said a really rude comment.
Yes.
And then the mother got all, upset and was like, "Oh, she's yelled at me all this time." And then the OP's husband was like, "How dare you," to his mom. And then OP backed up her mom. And so now that all just happened. Before we get into this kind of time jump, I think Sue definitely was out of line for 100%.
Yeah.
But if OP knew that her mom was lying, I mean, I guess it might be a cultural thing where she felt the need to defend her mother. But it seems like they both are really petty to each other. And it's just this back and forth, which is frustrating to deal with as the children in this situation.
What do we do here?
I don't know. It's I think, honestly, they should have tried to diffuse the situation rather than pick sides, I think.
Yeah, because now it's just what's said's been said, and now you can't take it back.
Yeah, I think they should have tried to diffuse it, especially because we know that both of them have contributed to the situation. Obviously, Sue was in the wrong for that comment, for sure.
Now it's like a house divided kind of. And we're gonna have a time jump.
Since, I guess, 2020, Sue never entered our home. Even her relationship with her son became so bad because my mom kept saying more lies. Honestly, I also did say a lot, and I cut my daughter off from that house. I never felt guilty. I never thought about God's punishment until recently. I got a call from Sue. She was crying. She said, "I will never forgive you. Even after life, I will ask God to take my revenge on you and your mother." Whoa. "You destroyed my home and my family, and your mother is texting my husband what she wants from him. She told me, 'I pray every day to God that your daughter does to you the same as my son did to me.' She said many things I couldn't forget. Apparently, my mom is texting my father-in-law, and I have no idea what type of conversation they're having that made her swallow her pride and call me. Later on, I get to know that she left the home and is staying with her daughter. I feel horrible. I suddenly realized how amazing this woman is, the pain we caused her. Honestly, I am thinking of telling my husband the truth, but I am so scared of him. I can't trust him also now. He hurt his mother so easily." Okay, OP, you're a bit the a-hole.
Yeah, what soap opera are we in now?
What will he do with me? Girl.
You've been living a lie.
I thought for a second when OP was saying that, it was just she was taking her mom's side because she wasn't sure. No, she was aware of all of these lies and was...
And you went with it, yeah.
Yeah, you're the a-hole, girl. You're the a-hole. Tell your husband the truth. Absolutely. And it's kind of annoying to me that she's like, "Oh, I'm scared of him because he turned against his mom so quickly." And it's no, he was defending you and your mom.
And guess what? It was a lie.
Because he thought that you were telling him the truth. He trusted you and you lied to him.
You didn't think it was going to get that far.
You have to tell him the truth. I feel like I don't love or trust him anymore after he cut his mother off. For you!
You did that!
For you!
OP, you're an a-hole.
You're the a-hole. Even if it was for me, she's his mother, he will do the same with me someday or another. Girl, you're the a-hole. I'm sorry, what?
This is ridiculous.
I feel like OP's is still in this cultural mindset of you have to take your parents' side over anything, which is, I think, maybe why she's, defending her mom.
I'm pretty sure OP was like, this wasn't going to get that big.
Yeah.
It was just a little lie, and it may be a little family argument.
You know who you can always trust? Us. to release another full episode with stories just like this. Just go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to the story, so we're going to jump into this because I'm freaking pissed at OP.
Yeah, OP, you did a huge 180 there.
Yeah, like such a giant 180. Your husband literally defended you and your mom.
He lost his mom.
He lost his mom for you. And my mother, I'm so angry at her. She destroyed the family and now she's going to destroy my life.
Stop pointing fingers. You're pointing fingers now.
It's your fault, girl. You were complicit in this.
Yes, like your mom started this, but you are also to blame.
You went along with it. Also, if my husband gets to know what is happening between her and his father, she did all of that because she's jealous of Sue. I know I'm kind of answering myself, but I can't sleep. I want to tell the truth, but for sure my life will be destroyed. I will lose my husband and my mother. Plus, I don't think Sue will ever go back, even after I say the truth. I feel like they will not bother to apologize to her at this point as well, which will hurt her. It is better for her and for everyone like this, but I just feel so guilty. Please advise me, everyone. I have too many things in my heart to say, but I already wrote too much. I need to talk to someone. And there are comments, and I'm so excited to read them because I feel that they are going to be saying the same thing as us.
They're going to be very juicy.
Comment 1. You can't trust him? He did the right thing when he thought his mother did awful things to you and your mother. You need to tell him immediately. If religion matters to you at all, you know that if his mother passes away before he asks her for forgiveness and fixes this, it's going to be a really bad thing. He needs to know and he needs to ask for forgiveness. And that is the end of that story, but your lying is serving no one.
All the religious cursing here, you need to get this. Like, oh man.
You caused all this.
OP, you're an a-hole.
I agree.
Your mom, a-hole.
Stinky, stinky, stinky. But that is the end of that story.